Proud sponsor of KNY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Welcome to the Daily Buzz Radio Show. My name is Sidney Young. Guess what? I am still your host with Tressa McLean.
Hey guys.
Tressa, what's happening?
Hey, it's Friday, and I am one happy girl.
Because you know what? She's going to leave here today and go somewhere, but she's not telling anybody where she's going. She's being very secretive.
You know what? I had a very long night. I had to finish my daughter's school project.
You did it for her?
No.
That's cheating.
I just finished it for her. I didn't do it. She did most of it.
Okay. I was getting ready to call the school. Now I'm not going to. Tressa, they can find us on 91.1 FM.
Zaba.
Or the Daily Buzz Radio Show.com. You see? Just like the Vanna White, what's that guy's name? Who's the opposite of Vanna on that show? He's been there for 200 years. Gosh, she don't even know. Oh my God, she doesn't know that show.
Gap, right? That's what you said?
You're doing good. The Daily Buzz Radio Show.com. Today we have a very special guest. First off, we got a guy that's going to be a judge by this time next week. We'll introduce him here in a minute. And then we have Bert Martinez coming out of California.
Knows how to party.
Okay, she does know that part. Okay. We're going to talk to Bert about business, about entertainment. Bert knows all the stars down there. He's going to hook us up with some. He said some really big names. I'm going to let Bert say those names versus us. So anyway, here we go, Tressa.
He said my name?
He said your name.
He said my name?
He said your name, yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, maybe he didn't. But if you'll smile.
I'm not a big timer yet. What's going on?
Yeah, it's only your second day in radio. But I like your positive thinking. Okay, you're 2 days in radio and think she's in Hollywood. Okay. But here's what we got coming up. We got JJ Stittleberg. Bug. I said bug. Oh, my God. JJ is running for Montgomery County Judge, and I just butchered his name. So, all rise, JJ Stittleberg.
Right. How's it going?
Doing great.
Pat Sajak, by the way.
Pat Sajak, there you go. She didn't know that. Well, neither did I.
That's
so what the heck? Yeah.
Yeah, but he also didn't know who John McClane was from Die Hard.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So
Yeah.
Can't know everything.
Yeah.
You try, but of course, Tressa knows everything. So what can you say?
Well, I only say this: when I was at the Naval Academy, my sponsor family, they lived down the street from Pat Sajak. He owned a house in their community.
Really?
His wife was from the Annapolis area. So.
Wow. So you know Pat Sajak?
I do not know Pat Sajak. I never met him. I just saw his house on the corner.
J.J. Stittleberg, the last year and a half of your life, what's it been like?
Busy. It's this has been a great experience. It's something that my family and myself had to make a decision to do, and we had to make a decision to put everything that was private in the public spectrum. Mm-hmm. And we were okay with that because we wanted to make an impact and have a difference in Montgomery County. And I think we've done a good job at that. And I would do it again for sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been a great experience. You meet so many people. You get to see so many things. I got to see so many things in this county that I'd never seen before. Yeah. I was a guy that lived in East County and worked down in the city, and no one knew who I was. So I had a lot of work to do over the last year and a half. Mm-hmm. And it's been exhausting, but well worth it. Very rewarding. We
were sort of talking prior to the show coming on, and even told Tressa, I said, I don't even know who you're running against because I see your signs everywhere. I see him on radio everywhere. I see him on TV events. I see him all over the place, but I don't know who your opponent was until you educated me on that today. And doesn't mean we're bipartisan. He's probably a great person. I just don't know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we see you everywhere. So you're A+ props on your marketing there, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, if you're running for an elected office and you're running to represent people, then you need to show up.
So this week I can call you buddy. Next week I can call you your honorable buddy or
your honorable buddy.
All right.
Your honorable buddy.
Now, speaking of which, you know the type of judgeship he's running for, right?
Yes.
It's not your normal sit behind a bench judge. Explain that.
Yeah, so the county judge is really more commonly referred to as the chief executive officer of the county. It's an administrative job. It's not a judicial job.
Can you throw people in jail?
No.
Dang. Okay.
You can have people removed.
I know
from
somebody.
The
okay,
court.
You get people removed. Okay, I'm good with that one.
I mean, if they're acting up, you can have them removed.
I'm with you.
But it's an administrative job, right? This the county judge runs the head of the commissioner's court. He sits on the commissioner's court with the 4 elected commissioners in the county, and essentially they run the county business. They approve the county budget, which sets the county's portion of the property taxes on your home, and then essentially they collect that money and spend that money. That's what they do. So they run the county business, and so this job has nothing to do with partisan politics, quite frankly. It's all about the accountable, transparent spending of your tax dollars. So, and as the county judge, it's a county-wide race. It's an at-large race, if you will, and your job is to look out for the whole county. And so you have 4 commissioners that my precinct's number 1. And
number 1.
You have to be the one that looks at it from the 50,000-foot level and say, if we do this, how does it affect these other precincts? And is the overall effect the best effect for the people that live in the county to improve our quality of life and keep our taxes as low as possible while providing the services that the county provides in an efficient, effective manner? So, again, it's no robe and gavel and hearing cases.
We thought it was gonna be exciting.
I can't. Most people come up to me and say, "Hey, man, can you get me out of that traffic ticket?" I'm like, "It's not that kind of judge."
Tressa, like we got this huge generation gap between us. I mean, you're young, I'm old. Your age range when it comes to hearing about such a position that Jay's running for. Were you aware that position existed?
I mean, of course. But I think that a lot of people probably in my generation don't understand in depth what your position does.
Yeah.
And how extremely important it is for people in my generation to actually go out and vote. A lot of people think, oh, I'm not going to vote. My vote doesn't really matter.
For sure.
But that's not true.
It's absolutely not true. And it's boring. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, that's probably what your generation thinks. It's boring. It's not sexy. It's not on the national TV every night. The county judge doesn't have the paparazzi following him around when he goes from place to place.
That's true.
Right? So, but the thing I try to stress upon, the youth, the younger generation is that, county politics, local politics, affects your pocketbook. Almost immediately, and you don't have to own a house for it to affect your pocketbook. I mean, if you rent an apartment, I mean, I guarantee if property taxes go up, your rent's going up.
Right.
The owner of your apartment building's not gonna
pass it on.
They're not gonna pay for
right?
it. They're not gonna pay for me to.
You see, Tressa didn't know that.
Well, and I can tell you that's one thing. That's why if I'm fortunate enough to get elected to this job, one of the things I really want to do is put together a youth advisory council to the county government.
There she is.
That would
right,
that
because
would be great.
How much does that pay? Tressa?
Yeah, it's not going to pay anything. It's going to be volunteer.
Just like working here, then.
But I really want to get our youth engaged, and I envision it right now as at least having one Republican and one Democrat student from every ISD that's in the county. So that I can encourage those kids to have more young Republican and Democratic clubs at their high schools and get engaged in politics, because it's really important. I mean, I know some people don't think it is, but I mean, honestly, the political system is kind of what guides us on a day-to-day level. I mean, we like to maybe we don't like that, or maybe we don't want that, but the reality is it's true. So the more we can get youth engaged, the better. I mean, there's more millennials than there are baby boomers.
Yeah.
J. Stillberg.
Just Jay. Just one
Just
Jay.
Jay. Sorry about
Jay.
that.
Just
Jay,
one Jay.
real quickly, man, we got to go take a commercial break,
No
pay a few
problem.
bills.
Yeah.
Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
Go vote.
Tuesday today.
Go vote today. You have today until 7 o'clock.
Today till 7.
And
Vote
then
for J.J.
Tuesday.
Stillberg. Jay's a good friend of the community. We wish you well. And this time next week, hopefully we'll be calling you Judge.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Jay Stillberg.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming on our show today.
Yes, sir.
Tressa! Tell Jay we'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday.
Awesome.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My teeth smiling?
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss. From Hempstead to Moss Hill, you are listening to KNLY 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde The Woodlands, Texas, al mundo. Esto es KNLY 911, La Jefa.
El verdadero sabor del taco, estilo Sinaloa, con carne jugosa, ricas salsas y tortillas hechas a mano. Pronto en el norte de Houston, Bandido Taco.
Patrocinador de La Jefa, 91.1 FM.
KNLY 91.1 FM The Boss invites you to the early voting starting October 22nd. Choose wisely and elect a candidate that will represent your community. Your vote is your voice. More information at www.votetexas.gov.
If you're tired of those boxing, loose fit and scrubs that do nothing for your figure, shop at Scrubs You Love for all your scrubs and medical apparel needs. Medical scrubs available in assorted colors and styles at low prices in scrubsyouLove.com. Call us now at 281-886-3217 and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Scrubs You Love. Visit us at Scrubs You Love. That's scrubsyuluv.com. We got the scrubs that fit your lifestyle.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM. Need any vehicle wrap with high-resolution graphics, logos, or lettering? Bayou Graphics. Get your vehicle wrap done right and with great prices. We can wrap your car, your truck, your trailer, fleet wrap, van, SUV, Sprinter, and more. We offer all sizes, full color, large format printing via flatbed print. Call Bayou Graphics, 6716 North Sam Houston Parkway West, Houston, Texas, 77064, or call us 832-912-8200. This message sponsored by KNLY 91.1 FM.
Mi nombre es Jay Stiedelberg, soy graduado de la Academia Naval de los Estados Unidos, gerente de proyectos certificados y soy el candidato demócrata para juez del condado de Montgomery. Si tú crees que nuestra prioridad debería incluir prevención de inundaciones, infraestructura y mejoras de movilidad en nuestro condado, entonces tienes una oportunidad este próximo 6 de noviembre de elegir a los líderes que representarán tu comunidad. Soy Jay Stiedelberg y apruebo este mensaje.
Orgulloso patrocinador de KNLY 91.1 FM.
You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas, 91.1 FM The Boss, La Jefa.
Welcome back to the Daily Buzz. We are joined back in studio again with Tressa McLean.
What's up, guys?
And we got a special co-host, the future Judge Jay Stiedelberg's gonna stick around. Jay!
Yeah. How you doing?
And we have a special guest every Friday. Bert Martinez will be on air with us. Let's see if we got Bert.
Hey,
Bert!
Bert!
Bert Martinez. Now, I was sort of doing a pre-thing about you, Bert, man. I've known you for 5,000 years. I remember back in CBS, CNN. He's not that old. I am.
Oh, we all got this huge generational gap.
You know, I'm telling you. Don't let Tressa interfere with your age, man. She'll try that, okay? Don't let her, Bert. All right. But, man, you've grown a lot since you left Houston. You started your own shows, a national platform. You're in Hollywood. Tell us about it, man. You wrote a book.
Yeah, I wrote a book. Absolutely. We just launched it a couple of weeks ago. It's doing really well. We think it'll be what do you call it, a bestseller here in the next couple of weeks. And if all goes well, maybe we'll be fortunate enough to do something like a New York Times bestseller. So we're getting some good feedback. But, you know, it's always fun to catch up with you, Sydney. You've always been a mover and a shaker there in not only in Houston, but all over, right? You're one of those individuals.
Man, you should see how fast I moved to the refrigerator.
It's good to be here.
I moved to the refrigerator. I get that chocolate shake and I shake it, man. I'm a mover and a shaker. I promise you.
Bert, so, yeah, man, I'm excited to be here with you guys. And
hey,
what's happening in Houston?
Man, Houston's been going crazy. The 91.1 FM, the Boss radio station, finally launched. We got the show going. We have Real Estate U on weekends. We got you remember E.L. Crane? I don't remember him or not, but he's now with us. Real Estate U on weekends. We have so much going on, but I'm really thrilled to death to have you involved with the show every Friday. You wrote your book, and believe it or not, I actually read your book, which is a rare occasion for me because you didn't have a whole lot of pictures in there. You know, that's a rare occasion, Tressa. And they had used big words too, man.
Oh no.
You know, but
like the and
you know. Hey man, what you trying to say? Anyway, another thing. Let's talk about your adventures down in Hollywood, man.
Sure, man. I mean, we talk about did a very fun project with Boss Rutan not too long ago. For you guys who are maybe not too familiar with Boss Rutan, he is UFC champion.
Oh,
he
wow.
was also the trainer in the movie Here Comes the Boom. He was in Mall Cop, a couple of the Mall Cop movies, and he was a regular on the show with Kevin James. Kevin Can Wait. And so did a little fun project with him. That'll be airing here shortly. Did a really, I tell you what, did a great project for James Caan. You know, I've talked about James Caan.
Yeah.
And James Caan and his group of pack rats, if you will. It includes Joe Pesci. It includes his son, obviously Scott Caan from
Hawaii 5-0.
Hawaii 5-0 and Ocean's 11 fame, and so we all get together and we help raise money for a charity called Impact House. And Impact House is located there in California, and they deal with addiction. And what's really cool is they do not turn people away based on their lack of money.
Wow.
So that's extraordinary in today's marketplace, in today's world, where you can go and get some help and it's not going to cost you anything.
Good, because me and Tressa are broke.
It's been a fun project as well.
Me and Tressa are broke, man, so they'll take us?
They'll take you, man. They'll take you.
I'm broke. Tressa comes over with new stuff. I think she's got money. Anyway.
So also with how they don't really turn you away based on your income, what about as far as having insurance?
No insurance, no money. It's okay. They're very committed to helping people turn their lives around. And again, it's Impact House. I can't say enough about them. They have, if they turn you away, it's not because of insurance or money. It's gonna be because maybe they don't feel you're committed.
I got you.
And
Right.
There's many addiction stories out there where people will go in and out of rehab until they hit that rock bottom. And finally, once they hit rock bottom, then they are absolutely coachable and humble and willing to change. But if it's if you're there and you go to Impact House and you want to get clean, it's not going to be based on money or insurance.
Cool.
They'll help you out. That was that's a very fun project. We're going to be it's the James Caan charity golf event, and it's a lot of fun. So
James been around a lot of years in Hollywood, hasn't he?
It's been around going on 15 years, and and it's great. You just get around a lot of fun people. And
hey, let's talk about fun people. You're like in Arnold Schwarzenegger's. He got like a trespass warrant on him yet? You're there every day at his house.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. You know how you have the inner circle. Well, I'm in the outer.
You're in the second layer. I love that, man. You were also on set of a TV project here I talked to you about a few weeks back. Remember that?
Oh yeah. So I had a lot of fun, and so and this goes to show you. It's all about who knows you and who you know, and build a relationship. So because I was involved with James Caan, and again, we helped bring in some awareness and some contributions there. Ended up meeting a gentleman that you guys may know, Joe Montana. Joe Montana is plays, believe is Dave Rossi on Criminal Minds. He's also the voice of Fat Tony on Simpsons. The guy's done, a bunch of movies. And so he invited me to come on the set, and that was a lot of fun. We brought the wife and one of my kids to come on the set. We had a lot of fun, and that episode will come out the end of this month, the end of November.
When are you gonna start doing some acting?
For a millisecond, for approximately 10 seconds, you may see me on Criminal Minds.
Are you the guy in the corner that walks by real quick and? You're in the outer layer of that one.
Yeah. I walk in and I hand coffee, and then
So, hurry up.
For 10 seconds. Wait, you're not going to be the one like on the ground, are you? Or
well, you know what? I wanted to be the bad guy because at least with the bad guy, you get a little bit of extra airtime. But they had somebody already lined up who can actually act and speak simultaneously. So
hey, I'm telling you, I'm sort of throwing out your credibility here, so our audience kind of gets to know you every Friday. Let's talk about Money for Lunch. This show has been on now for what, 10 years now, something like that, 9 years.
Yeah, something like going on 10 years. We started it there at CBS, there in Houston, Texas.
Right, I remember.
And from CBS, then I took it independently, and I've been doing Money for Lunch. For the most part, I do Money for Lunch right here in my home studio, for lack of better terms, and then I go on the road and I have a lot of fun little interviews. Arnold, of course, has been on there a couple times. Randy Couture,
Grant Cardone,
best-selling authors. What's that?
Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone has been on there a few times. If you guys like Grant Cardone, Joe Vitale, you name it. We've been fortunate, very humble and fortunate to have a lot of very interesting people come on the show. Some of them are really well known, some of them aren't so well known, but best-selling authors, entrepreneurs that are changing their communities or changing the world. We just had a great abundance of talent that's come through the show to share how they made a difference, how they got unstuck, how they were able to dominate their mind and make changes in their life. And we've all done it. We've all done something that was out of our competency zone, out of our comfort zone, and it helped us get to that next level. It helped us to grow a little bit. And bottom line is that's really it's really what life is all about, is expanding a little bit more and expanding a little bit more. And you start building your confidence, you start seeing what's available, and you start
that's
getting a little bit more of life.
Tressa and Jay, they don't know, because I've known you for so many years. You used to have an office on 2425 West Loop South. I had a motivational business called The Emotional Engineer. Remember that? Bert Martinez.
Yep.
And Bert would get hired by Fortune 5000 companies to go around and basically to rebuild their sales team from the inside out. And he's such a good motivator. He can go in and just sort of self-diagnose people. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, I mean, look, bottom line is, for most of us, the reason that we do something or we don't do something is the conversation that we have in our heads, right? I'll tell you a great story. There's a very successful New York Times bestselling author named Stephanie Myers. And Stephanie Myers wrote this book, and she gave it to her sister. She had no intention in publishing the book. And her sister said, "This is a great book. You got to get it published." And she says, no, I couldn't handle that. I'm not that good. I don't want to go through the rejection. I don't want to deal with that. But her sister kept on her. Finally, after a year of bullying her sister, they got somebody to look at the manuscript. That manuscript became a New York Times bestselling book called Twilight, which became not one, not two, but 3 movies. And since she's done another movie called Host or something like that. Yeah. But the conversation in her mind, guys, was the thing that was keeping her from expanding her horizon, from fulfilling, her potential. And if her sister would not have stopped that conversation in her head and gotten her to try and submit that manuscript,
Bert, man, you are the emotional engineer, Money for Lunch, Hollywood Entertainer Reporter of the Year. Man, hey, we're gonna have you on every Friday if you don't mind, man. Squeeze us in every Friday. I'd love to hear more about this. I'll talk to you during the week about what's coming up this next Friday. Thank you so much for your time today, Bert Martinez.
You bet. Good to meet you guys. Looking forward to it. Have a good one.
Thank you, Bert. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Escuchas KNLY. KNLY. La Jefa 91.1 FM.
KNLY 91.1 FM The Boss invites you to the early voting starting October 22nd. Choose wisely and elect a candidate that will represent your community. Your vote is your voice. More information at www.votetexas.gov. The Montgomery County, Texas Democratic Party fights for equal justice for all, fair and humane immigration reform, for voting rights, equal pay for equal work, civil rights for all, and for safe schools. With us, your voice counts. Vote for Democratic candidates on November 6th at your assigned polling site. Vote early between October 22nd and November 2nd. For more information, visit www.mcdptx.org or call us at 936-242-3367. This message is paid for and sponsored by Democratic Party of Montgomery County, Texas. This message was from our proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas, 91.1 FM The Boss, La Jefa.
El Partido Demócrata del Condado de Montgomery es un partido el cual lucha por la justicia, una reforma migratoria justa y humana, por el derecho al voto, trabajo igualitario, defendemos los derechos para todos y luchamos por escuelas más seguras. Por eso, con nosotros, tu voz cuenta. Vote a favor de los candidatos demócratas este 6 de noviembre en su centro de votación asignado. Vote temprano desde el 22 de octubre al 2 de noviembre. Para más información visite www.mcdptx.org o al número 936-242-3367. Este mensaje fue pagado y patrocinado por el Partido Demócrata del Condado de Montgomery, Texas.
Orgulloso patrocinador de KNLI 91.1 FM.
Escuchas KNLY. KNLY. La Jefa 91.1 FM.
All right, welcome back to the Daily Buzz. Tressa McLean, tell us what we got going on Monday.
All right, Monday is going to be pretty fun and interesting. We're going to have a gentleman named Jared Parrish who owns an insurance company. We also are going to have a very beautiful lady named Dina Torres who does eyelashes. Dina's Eyelashes by Dina. So she's going to be here on Monday.
You getting your eyelashes done?
Hey, you know what? I don't need my eyelashes done, but if she wants to do it, I'll let her.
Yeah, I got the old 60-minute guy, you know, that used to have, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he's no longer with us. May he rest in peace. Anyway, that is Monday on the Daily Buzz. Dina Torres and Jared Parrish Insurance. We got a pretty exciting show. Now, remember, it's our show, the Daily Buzz, on Wednesday.
Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:30.
12 to 12:30, Monday through Friday. So you guys have a great weekend and tune us in on Monday. All right, we'll see you then. Thanks for joining.